Hey everybody, welcome back to The Injury Source and another educational video. Today we're going to talk about a simple, straightforward look at reading an MRI that potentially has an ACL tear. Typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with scrolling through the screen looking for the most medial aspect or inner aspect of the knee. I typically like to start with what's called the sagittal view and a fat-sat sequence, basically a sequence where white, which you can see here, is highlighted as fluid. I start on the medial side, and as I scroll through on the medial side, what I'm looking for is nice, crisp black triangles here to show that there is an intact meniscus. So this would be your posterior horn of the medial meniscus. This would be your anterior horn in the medial meniscus, and you see those clean and intact with no significant tears. What you are seeing here, this white is fluid within the knee, consistent with an effusion that is likely from some type of internal derangement of the knee. As we continue to scroll, what you'll see coming across the back is what's your posterior cruciate ligament. That posterior cruciate ligament is usually a little bit easier to see than your ACL. And what you should see is a nice, smooth black line coming down the back to show you a very stable and intact PCL. Now, what we'll be looking for next is an ACL that comes up through the front of the knee towards the back. As we continue to scroll, what you'll see is a significant amount of fluid and edema within the ACL fibers that are left, but you did not see that same black line coming up through the middle of the knee, which would be consistent with an ACL tear. Take a look here where you can see the PCL coming up the back, and as you scroll through to look for the ACL, you see no black line, so that would be consistent with a complete ACL tear. As you continue to scroll laterally, you're going to again encounter the black triangles that you're looking for. Those are representative of the lateral meniscus, which you'll be looking for a tear as well. Since I don't see any white lines coming through, then I don't think that there's a tear seen within the lateral meniscus. Another associated finding is a bone bruising pattern that would be consistent, most likely, with an ACL tear. This is typically termed a pivot shift mechanism. So basically what happens is when the ACL is torn, the knee shifts out of place and the posterior aspect of the tibia impacts the anterior or medial aspect of the tibia, causing a bone bruising pattern that really is only consistent with a significant ACL sprain or complete ACL tear. As the knee becomes back into a stable position, this aspect of the tibia, the posterior aspect of the tibia, will strike this aspect of the femur, causing this bone bruising pattern. You can confirm that we're on the lateral side of the knee because you can see the fibula here. That's my typical approach for just looking at in terms of an ACL tear. You do want to scroll back and forth just to double check yourself and make sure you don't see any structures that are not supposed to be there or any tears within the meniscus that may be easily missed. This is a basic review of an MRI looking for an ACL tear. We will do much more reviews, and I hope you liked it. Thanks a lot.